Lord, before I close my eyes tonight, I just want to be with you. Not to ask for anything grand, not to impress you with beautiful words, just to rest here in the quiet of this moment, in the stillness that only night brings, and be with you, because you are my refuge, my hiding place, my peace, when the world has worn me thin. Well, the day has taken its toll, Father. I've smiled when I didn't feel like smiling. I've pushed through when my strength was nearly gone. I've held in tears, kept silent in the face of frustration, and tried my best to do what's right even when no one saw it. And now, Lord, I'm here, tired, but thankful, worn, but still holding on to you. As the stars rise and the world quiets, I find myself longing, not for noise or answers or quick fixes, but for your presence. Because when I close my eyes, I don't want to drift into sleep carrying the weight of fear, regret, or unanswered questions. I want to fall asleep knowing that heaven watches over me, that you, Almighty God, stand guard over my soul. Tonight I speak not as someone who has it all together, but as your child, one who needs you, one who knows that without you, even sleep brings no true rest. You know every corner of my heart, every ache I've tried to ignore, every hope I've buried, every wound I still carry. And yet you stay, you listen, you never turn away. So I come to you not out of habit, but out of hunger. I need you, Father. I need your presence to wash over this room like a soft rain. I need your spirit to settle my thoughts, slow my breathing, and whisper truth where lies have tried to plant root. I need your arms around me, steady and sure, when all else feels fragile. God, as the night deepens, remind me that you do not sleep, you do not slumber, you do not forget, you do not overlook the broken pieces, or the quiet prayers whispered in the dark. You are here, right here, and that alone is enough for my soul to rest. So come, Lord, as I speak these prayers tonight, let them rise like incense before your throne. Let this be more than routine. Let it be a meeting between a father and his child, between heaven and earth, between you and me, because I believe with every beat of my heart that even now, heaven watches over me. Lord, I come to you weary but willing. My body feels the heaviness of the day, and my mind carries 1,000 scattered thoughts, some unfinished, some unresolved. I bring them all to you now. Not to find instant solutions, but to offer them up as they are. I don't want to carry them into the silence of the night. I want you to take them, Father. Every burden, every worry, every regret. You see how I've tried. I've done my best in moments where I felt far from my best. I've kept moving forward when part of me wanted to stop. I've shown kindness when I didn't receive it in return. I've stayed quiet when I could have defended myself. I've forgiven even when my heart wasn't fully healed. And tonight I lay all of that before you, not because I seek praise, but because I'm worn down and I need you to lift me up again. There's something sacred in this tiredness, Lord. It humbles me. It reminds me that I am not strong by myself, that I am not in control, that I was never meant to be my own source of peace or power. And I'm okay with that, because I know who you are. I know that you wait for me even at the end of the longest days. You don't scold me for being exhausted. You don't withdraw when I have nothing left to give. Instead, you draw near. So I choose even now to come to you willingly, not out of duty, but desire, not out of fear, but faith, because I believe that you meet those who come with empty hands. I believe you refresh the soul who dares to confess their weakness. And here I am, Lord, confessing all of mine. If I have failed today, forgive me. If I have fallen short in words or deeds or thoughts, cleanse me. If I have held on to bitterness, pride or fear, loosen my grip. Take this weary heart and breathe life into it again. Not with noise, but with your presence. Not with answers, but with assurance. I don't need everything to be fixed tonight. I just need to know that you're with me, that you see me, that you still call me your beloved child, even in my mess, even in my weariness. I lay myself before you, Father, unfiltered, unpolished, undone, but still willing, still reaching for you in the dark, because even in my tiredness, I know this one thing. You are worth it. You are always worth coming back to. So take my tiredness, Lord. Use it as soil for something holy. Let my surrender tonight be the beginning of a quiet miracle, one where you restore what's been drained, heal what's been hurt, and remind me gently, patiently, that you are still in control, and I am still held. Cover me with your wings tonight, Father. The world outside may sleep, but my soul still stirs with quiet worries I can't always name. There's a part of me that still looks around the room, still listens for sounds in the silence, still wonders if something unseen is watching. But I don't want fear to follow me into the night. I want your peace to wrap around me like a warm blanket. I want to sleep knowing that you, the God of all creation, are watching over me. Your word says that you cover me with your feathers, and under your wings I will find refuge. I hold on to that now, not as a metaphor, but as a promise. I can almost feel it, Lord. The way you hover close, the way you shelter, the way you surround me. Not in judgment, but in love. Not in distance, but in nearness. There are things I can't protect myself from. Unseen dangers, accidents, temptations, even the weight of thoughts that creep in when everything is quiet. But you can protect me from them all. You see what I cannot. You guard what I cannot reach. You fight battles I don't even know exist. So tonight I ask you to send your angels to stand at the corners of this room. Let your spirit flood this space. Let no darkness come near. Let no shadow whisper lies. Let no fear have room to breathe. Make this room holy ground, Father. Consecrate these walls. Fill the air with your peace. When the lights go off and my eyes close, let me rest in the safety of your presence. Let me fall asleep to the sound of heaven's hush, knowing that nothing can touch me unless you allow it. And if you allow it, you will also carry me through. That is the kind of safety no door can offer, no lock can guarantee. Only you, Lord, only your wings can keep me truly safe. Cover my mind tonight too. Quiet the voices that echo from earlier. Silence the accusations of the enemy. Remove the noise of the day. Whisper your truth in the deepest places. Truth that tells me I am not alone. I am not abandoned. I am not vulnerable in the way I fear. I am protected by a Father who never sleeps, a God who never forgets, a Savior who gave everything to call me his. You are not just near, you are here, and tonight I hide myself in you, not out of fear, but because that is where I am most at peace, in the shelter of your wings, in the shadow of the Almighty. Thank you for covering me, Father. Thank you for surrounding me with a love that never runs out and a protection that never fails. Tonight I sleep under the wings of heaven, and that is enough. Heal the broken places within me, Lord. There are things inside me that I've carried for so long. I don't even know what life would look like without them. Wounds that no one sees but I feel every day. Hurts that hide beneath the surface, silent but heavy. I bring them to you now, not because I have the words to describe them perfectly, but because I trust that you understand even the groans of my soul. Some of these wounds, Lord, are from others. Words that cut deep, actions that left scars, promises that were broken, love that was withheld, moments that stole pieces of me. I haven't gotten back. I've tried to move on, tried to ignore them, tried to be strong, but they're still there, and I can't pretend anymore. I don't want to carry them into tomorrow. I want to give them to you tonight. Some of the brokenness, I admit, comes from my own choices, things I said in anger, things I did in fear, times I ran from you or tried to handle life on my own. I've made mistakes, Lord. I've let pride get in the way of healing. I've avoided the pain because I was afraid to face it. But you are not afraid of my brokenness. You aren't ashamed of it. You're the only one who can truly mend it. So here I am, not polished, not perfect, just honest, just open. I invite you into the places I've hidden, the memories I've buried, the cracks I've tried to patch up on my own. Come in, Jesus, gently, fully, lovingly. Heal me not just on the outside, but deep within, the parts no one knows but you. I don't want to live guarded anymore. I don't want to pretend I'm fine when I'm not. I want to be whole, not just functioning, not just surviving, but whole, restored, free. Let your healing flow like a river through every dry and bitter place. Touch what's raw with the softness of your mercy. Touch what's infected with the balm of your grace. If healing takes time, I surrender to the process. If you choose to heal me slowly, teaching me to trust you along the way, I'll follow. If you choose to heal me in an instant, I will rejoice. But whatever your way, whatever your timing, I know this: you are the healer, not just of bodies, but of hearts, of souls, of histories. So please, Lord, take my brokenness. Don't let it define me. Let it be the place where your glory shows up. Let it be the soil where something new grows. Let my scars be the map that leads others to your grace. Heal me, not so I can just feel better, but so I can walk closer to you, so I can live lighter, love deeper, trust more. Heal me so I can sleep in peace tonight, not because everything is perfect, but because I am safe in your hands, even the hurting parts of me. You are the potter, I am the clay. Do what only you can do. Make me whole again. Forgive me and cleanse my heart, Lord. As I lay here in the quiet, the noise of the day fades, but my conscience still speaks. I don't want to ignore it. I don't want to rush past it. I want to bring everything into the light, into your presence, where there is mercy, not condemnation. You already know, Lord. You saw it all, every thought I shouldn't have entertained, every word I wish I could take back, every moment where I chose self over surrender, and yet you're still here. You never turn away when I come honestly. You never say it's too much. You never grow tired of hearing me say I'm sorry. Not because you delight in my failure, but because you delight in my return. And tonight I return. Not out of guilt, but out of longing. I don't want anything. No pride, no sin, no shame to stand between us. I know I've missed the mark in ways I can't even fully see. I know I've hurt others without realizing. I know I've carried thoughts I shouldn't have nurtured, and I've allowed bitterness to live where grace should have ruled. So Father, I lay it all down. I don't justify. I don't hide. I confess. God, forgive me, Lord, for the times I've held on to offense instead of choosing love, for the times I acted in fear rather than faith, for the silent judgments I made, for the moments I could have shown compassion, but chose comfort instead. Forgive me for neglecting your voice when you gently called me to obey. I don't want to just be forgiven. I want to be changed. I want a heart that is clean, a mind that is renewed, a spirit that is tender again, soft to your touch, quick to respond. Wash me, Lord, from the inside out. Let no hidden thing remain. I don't want to carry even a trace of what doesn't belong in the life you've given me. Create in me a clean heart, O God. Renew a right spirit within me. That's my prayer tonight. Not a prayer for perfection, but a prayer for alignment. I want to be close to you. I want nothing separating me from your presence. I don't want to wake up tomorrow feeling distant or dull. I want to walk in the joy that only forgiveness can bring. And I thank you, Lord, that when I ask for mercy, you don't hesitate. You don't bring up my past. You don't make me earn my way back. You forgive fully, completely, forever. You wash me white as snow. You call me righteous because of Jesus. You lift my chin and call me yours. So tonight, I rest not in my performance, but in your grace, not in how well I've done, but in how deeply I'm loved. I go to sleep with a clean heart, not because I deserve it, but because you are faithful to forgive, and that mercy, Lord, is the sweetest gift I could ever receive. Guard my dreams, O Lord of hosts. As my eyes begin to close and my thoughts start to drift into sleep, I surrender even my dreams to you. The night is long, and my mind, though weary, does not always rest gently. Some nights bring peace, but others stir with shadows I can't always explain. So I ask you, Father, to stand guard over the unseen realm. Watch over my soul as it slips into that mysterious place between sleep and spirit. I do not want to walk alone in dreams. I want to walk with you. Let no darkness enter the space where my heart lies vulnerable. Let no fear slip through the cracks. Let no lie disguise itself in my subconscious. Place angels on every side of me, stationed like sentinels around my bed. Let the very atmosphere of this room be saturated with your presence. Let my dreams become a canvas where only your truth is painted. If you wish to speak to me in dreams, then speak, Lord. I am open. If you want to bring visions, encouragement, or glimpses of hope, I welcome them. Let my sleep be more than rest. Let it be renewal. Let it be sacred. Let it be a time where my soul finds refuge under your covering. You are not only the God of my waking hours. You are the God of the night, the one who never sleeps, never looks away, never takes his hand off of me. So while I rest, you remain vigilant. While I close my eyes, you keep watch, and I can breathe deeper, knowing that even in the dark, even in the most defenseless state of rest, I am not forgotten or exposed. I am held, I am protected. Take my mind, Lord, and calm every storm. Silence the echoes of the day. Quiet the memories that try to replay. Chase away the imaginary scenarios that steal peace, and replace them with truth that brings rest. Breathe stillness over every thought and settle my spirit with the sound of heaven's peace. I don't want to wake up, exhausted from the weight of the night. I want to rise in the morning with clarity, with strength, with joy. I want to rest like someone who is truly safe, and I know I am, because you are here. So be the gatekeeper of my dreams, Jesus. Be the shield of my soul. Be the voice that whispers calm in the shadows. If I toss and turn my face back toward you. If fears rise, crush them with truth. And if I wake in the middle of the night, let me find you already present, already watching, already near. Thank you for being the God who guards, not just my body, but my mind, not just my breath, but my thoughts. Thank you for caring even about the hidden world of dreams, because that's who you are, intimate, attentive, unshakably good. So I lay my head down in full trust. My dreams are yours tonight. My rest is in your hands. Let me sleep in peace, wrapped in the safety of your presence, knowing that nothing, absolutely nothing, can separate me from your love. Be with those I love and those I struggle to love, Lord. As I settle into rest tonight, I can't help but think of the people you've placed in my life. Some names rise quickly. Family, friends, those I hold dear. Without hesitation, I lift them to you first, Father. Watch over them, surround them with peace, cover them in your protection, just as you cover me. If they're hurting tonight, bring healing. If they're wandering, bring them home. If they feel forgotten, remind them you see them. And if they feel alone, send your spirit to draw near. Bless them in ways I can't. Go where I cannot go. Speak where I cannot speak. Heal where my words and actions fall short. Let your love reach them in the most personal, powerful way. I entrust them into your hands, not because I've stopped caring, but because I know you care more than I ever could. Be their shepherd, be their comforter, be their guide. But Lord, I also bring to you those who are harder to pray for, the ones I've been hurt by, the ones I avoid, the ones whose names don't come with warmth, but with tension. You already know who they are. You already know what they've done and how I've responded, and still, you call me to bring them to you. Not because they deserve it, not because I feel ready, but because love doesn't begin when I feel it. It begins when I choose it. Help me, Father. Help me forgive what I cannot forget. Help me surrender the bitterness I've secretly justified. Help me remember that they too are your children, flawed, yes, but deeply loved by you. I don't want to carry resentment into my sleep. I don't want my heart to be divided between worship and anger. I want to be free. I want to be clean. So I ask you, Lord, to bless them too. Even if my emotions hesitate, let my spirit obey. Let me release them into your hands, not for punishment, but for healing, for redemption, for restoration. If I'm meant to be part of that healing, give me the grace. If my role is simply to pray and let go, help me do that with sincerity. I know you love beyond categories, beyond my comfort zones, beyond my grudges, and I want to love like that too, little by little, heart by heart, not perfectly, but willingly, because you never stopped loving me, not even on the days I made it hard. So tonight, I stretch my heart a little wider. I name not just the easy ones, but the hard ones. I give you every relationship, healthy or strained, peaceful or painful, and I ask you to be in the center of them all. You are the mender of broken hearts and the healer of human connection. Do what I cannot do, Lord. Rebuild bridges, melt walls, rekindle compassion, begin again, even if nothing changes overnight. Let something shift within me. As I sleep, let love win. Let mercy rise. Let my soul learn the rhythm of grace again. And in the quiet of this night, be near to every soul I've prayed for. Meet them, touch them, transform them, just as you continue to do for me. I lay my fears down at your feet, Lord. They've followed me through the day, quiet but persistent. Some have names, some don't, but they all have weight, and I'm tired of carrying them. I wasn't made to live like this. Shoulders tense, breath shallow, heart half ready for disappointment. He never asked me to hold the world together. He never told me to walk alone. So here I am, Father, at the edge of another night, opening my hands and releasing it all. I lay down the fear of the unknown, the fear of what's next, the fear that I'm not enough. I lay down the anxiety that buzzes beneath my skin and steals the joy from simple moments. I lay down the fear for the people I love, whether they're safe, whether they're making the right choices, whether they'll be okay tomorrow. I lay down the fear for myself, the fear that I'm too broken, too late, too far behind. I've been holding these things too tightly. They've crept into my conversations, my decisions, even my prayers. And tonight, I choose to let them go, not because I've figured everything out, but because I trust that you have. I trust that you are bigger than the threats in my mind, stronger than the storm I think is coming, wiser than the doubts I've tried to silence. You are God, and I am yours. So I lay these fears at your feet and I choose faith. Not perfect faith, but real faith. Faith that believes you are with me even when the future is unclear. Faith that rests not in outcomes, but in your unchanging nature. Faith that says, even if I don't see the way, I know the one who leads. Take my fear of failure, replace it with courage. Take my fear of loss, replace it with trust. Take my fear of being misunderstood, overlooked, or unloved, and replace it with the truth that I am fully seen, fully known, and fully loved by you. I'm tired of rehearsing what could go wrong. I want to start resting in what is already right. You are here. You are for me. You are in control. That's not a cliche. That's a promise. And I choose to believe it, even when my emotions haven't caught up yet. Let your peace guard my heart and mind tonight, Lord. Let it run deeper than fear. Let it be louder than every anxious thought. Teach me to breathe slowly again. Teach me to think clearly again. Teach me to trust fully again. As I fall asleep, I leave all my fears in your hands. Not because they're small, but because you are great, and you have never, not once, let me walk through anything alone. Remind me of who I am in you, Lord. The world has a way of distorting my reflection. Throughout the day I hear so many voices, some subtle, some loud, trying to define me. They measure me by my productivity, my performance, my appearance, my success, my failures. And slowly, without realizing it, I start to forget. I forget what you've said. I forget what you've promised. I forget who I am in the eyes of my Father. So tonight, before sleep takes me, I ask you to remind me again, not with a whisper of vague comfort, but with the truth that is eternal, unshakable, rooted in your word, and sealed by your love. Remind me that I am not just a face in the crowd, not just a list of achievements or mistakes. I am yours. I am chosen not by chance, but by purpose, handpicked before the foundation of the world, to be loved, redeemed, and called into something greater than I can see right now. I am forgiven, not because I've earned it, but because your mercy flows endless. The stains I once carried no longer define me. You see me through the covering of Christ, and in Him I am clean. I am loved, not conditionally, not occasionally. I am loved at my worst, and at my best. Loved when I'm strong, and when I fall apart. Loved without needing to perform or prove. You love me simply because you are love, and you delight in being my Father. I am not forgotten, even when I feel invisible, even when the silence stretches long. You see me. You remember every prayer I've whispered. You hold every tear I've cried. Not one moment slips past you. Not one longing goes unnoticed. I am more than my fears, more than my doubts, more than the opinions of others. I am filled with your Spirit, equipped for the path you've set before me, empowered to rise, to heal, to walk boldly in the light of your truth. I am a child of the King, a temple of the Holy Spirit, a citizen of heaven, a reflection of Christ being shaped day by day into His image. And even when I stumble, that identity doesn't change, because it was never built on my performance, it was anchored in your grace. So Father, remind me as I sleep. Let your voice echo louder than all others. Let your truth settle into the deep places, the ones that still question, still wrestle, still ache. Replace the lies I've picked up with the promises you've never broken. Let me dream in the knowledge that I am secure, valuable, seen, and deeply loved. When I wake, let me rise with confidence, not in myself, but in who I am, because of you. Let that truth shape the way I speak, think, act, and love. Tonight I rest in identity, not a title the world can give or take, but a name you've written on my soul forever, mine. Thank you for watching over me always, Lord. Not just tonight, not just when I remember to pray, not just when things are falling apart. Always, you are constant, steady, unchanging. There is no hour of the day or shadow of the night that escapes your attention. I can look back on seasons I barely survived, moments I didn't think I would make it through, and now I know why I did. It was you. You were there when I couldn't feel you, when my faith was fragile, when my prayers felt hollow. You were there when I didn't know what to say, when all I could offer was silence or tears. You were there when I walked into rooms full of people but felt alone. You were there when I took wrong turns, and you gently led me back. You were there in my joy, in my laughter, in the moments I didn't even stop to thank you. And you're here now, right now, in this quiet room, as I prepare to rest. You are still watching over me, not out of obligation, but because it's who you are. A father who never stops loving, a shepherd who never stops guiding, a refuge who never stops protecting. You don't lose track of your children, you don't grow weary of guarding hearts. I thank you, not just for what you've done, but for who you've been. For every time you held back what would have harmed me, for every unseen danger you redirected, for every small mercy I didn't even notice. Thank you for the breath in my lungs, the roof over my head, the peace in my soul that only you could give. I thank you for the prayers you answered in ways I never expected, and I thank you for the ones you're still unfolding, the ones I've almost forgotten, but you've never let go of. I thank you for your patience when I've doubted, for your kindness when I've been stubborn, for your grace that always reaches farther than I thought it could. You are my protector, my healer, my provider, my keeper. And as I surrender to sleep, I do so in full confidence that you will still be here when I wake. Nothing escapes you, nothing surprises you, nothing is too big for you. So I thank you, Lord, not just with my words, but with my rest. I thank you by trusting you, by choosing peace instead of worry, by choosing surrender instead of control. I thank you by laying down in your presence, safe and unafraid. Tonight I sleep under the eyes of heaven, watched over by the God who formed me, saved me, and never stops loving me. And that, more than anything, is enough. Lord, as this night comes to a close, I quiet my soul before you. You have heard every word, you have received every cry, every confession, every whisper of trust, and now I simply rest in your presence, not with striving, not with fear, but with peace, the kind of peace that only comes from knowing I am completely known and still completely loved. You are near. Even now, as I pull the covers over me, you surround me with a love that never sleeps, a love that doesn't need reminders or reasons, a love that holds me together when everything else falls apart. I don't need to see everything clearly when I know the one who holds the night. You are. So I release this day, the victories and the regrets, the moments I'm proud of and the ones I wish I could take back. I give it all to you, trusting that you waste nothing and redeem everything. And I welcome the rest you offer, not just for my body, but for my spirit. A rest that comes not from a perfect life, but from a perfect God. Thank you for being my shelter, my healer, my protector, my peace. And as I drift into sleep, I do so knowing that I am not alone. You are here, you've always been here, and you will be here when I wake. In your arms I am safe. In your presence I am whole. And in your love I am home. If this prayer brought comfort to your heart, we invite you to subscribe to Endless Love of God for more nightly prayers, powerful words of truth, and reminders that you are deeply loved by the one who never lets you go. Sleep well, and may his peace be with you always.